Okay, we're just gonna start loosening up the hamstrings. So just follow the movements, and those of you that's done my sessions familiar with these hamstring stretches or hamstring loosen up. Actually, I forgot. See, first session, I forgot. We're gonna do the squat test, right? Now, get into squat position, and you're gonna come down as deep as you can whilst keeping your chest up. Hands forward because it's gonna help you with the counterbalance. So stay in that position now, as low as you can, and try to not round that upper back. And I'm gonna have a look what we're looking like. So can I get you all to turn to the side for you? Sal, you're good, but I'd like your camera down a little bit, Sal, so I can see the move. Yeah, perfect. So let's come down, chest up as much as you can, and sit down as deep as you can. Nice. Now, if you haven't warmed up prior to joining in, then yeah, come up, guys. That's good. Now you're gonna see, as we're getting looser with a few of the joints and muscles, etc., you're gonna probably, or hopefully, we're gonna come down a little bit deeper. The goal is that we come down, sit down deep, and chest up. And you see my feet as well. Now I am naturally, I'm quite stiff, but I'm coming down, but I'm pointing my toes out, right? So my goal is to get them pointing more forward and still being in that position, which will be there, okay? All right, so let's loosen up now. Let's get moving. I'm gonna try and time this properly as well. So we've got about 20 minutes of movement. Get a few of these in. Now these ones are obviously probably a little bit easier now than if they were early morning when we were just sleeping. All right, come out wide here. We'll go to side, from side to side. I'm taking you through a lot of the moves that feel good for my body. I've had back problems in the past. I currently have a hip glute thing. So some of these sessions will also be focused a little bit on strengthening weak parts rather than just stretching the strong part. So for example, have a look at me barefoot. Like, I'm not a yoga guy, right? I'm just barefoot because it felt nice on the grass. Come out and hold it in this position for a sec. Just a little bit, and then come over the other side. Where was I? So we're talking about the strengthening of parts. So for me, I've got a really tight hip flexor, which has caused me some back pain. All right, come down forward and then up. And it's caused by a weak glute, or weak glutes, right? So if my glutes aren't firing up, the hip flexor will be tight. And it's not necessarily bad that the hip flexor is tight, because it's being tight because it's got to compensate for the weak glute, right? So we'll be doing that as we're moving forward with these sessions as well. So a little bit of glute strength, etc. With this one now, we're going to come down and we do the inchworm, but we're going to crawl out. So try and get down into, if you can, touch your hands on the floor, coming out. I'm going to try and be in a position where you can see me. And then we're going to stretch out here and then come up. Okay, so down, little stretch. Anyone got stiff lower backs at the moment? No one? You can talk, guys. Interaction. Is anyone feeling their lower back being a little bit stiffer? Yeah? So come standing up, guys. We're going to do this together as well. So this one now, just a standing back extension. Yeah, so let's loosen the spine up, right? We've got to get some mobility up here in the low back. So we're just going to push back as far as you can. And we'll do 10 of these. 10 reps. You try and come a little bit further every time. A little bit looser. If it hurts a little bit, it's okay. Don't push too hard, and if it hurts, it's going to hurt less and less as you're moving through the motion. We're going to come back to these a few times. today. These ones I use for my own rehab with my back, and those that know me, it was 4 years ago. I haven't had back pain in that way since then. All right, now we're coming down into the big lunge. All right, from here we're gonna twist up towards the side, towards the knee, and then we reach down through. Okay, so twist up here and then reach through as far as we can, and then up and reach through, up, opening up that spine and chest and everything. Do a couple more. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit looser every rep. I base a lot of these stuff, like I said before, on what I'm feeling, and obviously afterwards I'll ask for some feedback where you felt like we could have gone for a bit longer or a little bit shorter. All right, and we'll go the other side. All right, so twist up towards that knee, and then we twist and reach under. I can't reach as far on that side. And a bit stiffer, all right? That's it. Keep doing that a little bit, guys. I'm gonna have a look what we're doing. Nice, so reach under that arm as far as you can. You gotta try and reach further and further each round, or sorry, each rep, each repetition. All right, now stay in that position there, and we're just gonna try and extend the stretch here so that the back hip flexor gets a little bit more. But try and come down, and we see how I'm pumping that up and down, just getting a little bit further each round. Rep, I keep saying round. That's it.
Dad!
Down.
Dada.
Charlie, I told you I'm working.
But I want lunch.
Mum's coming for lunch soon.
I can't order lunch.
Charlie. And we go other side. And just up and down. Try to loosen up that
Video?
the hip flexor. All right, now from here, getting hamstrings as well. Now one knee on the knee, leaning forward, and we're trying to reach further and further, okay? These will be hurting for some of you with that hamstring. You're hopefully going to feel good after this. Now we have these sessions now for the next few weeks, and other side twice a week, but yeah, I would recommend you do them again. I'm recording this one. Be great recording with my son coming out to Winch, but you can watch it again, follow it, and obviously as I do these I'll get better and better at talking less crap and more more important stuff, and with the flow of it. This hamstring is a little bit tighter on my leg. All right, next one. Now this one looks a little bit funny, but you're gonna come out as far as you can here. All right, get your knees out as low as far as you can, and then we start moving back and forth. Okay, so we'll look like this. I'm trying to push back, and the further out my knees are apart, the harder that gets. So loosen up that groin. This is a really important one as well. Good. Try and push up. Now I'm trying to focus a lot on the areas where a lot of people have problems. So lower back, all of these ones will help with lower back stiffness. Now when we're down here, you know we did the standing back extension before, we're going to do it lying down now. So come down straight on the floor or on the ground, and then we're going to push up as far as we can. Preferably you try and keep your belly button on the ground, right? So the belly button stays down and you don't push any further than that there, because I want just the spine to get mobile, not the hip flexors in this. Push up. Hopefully this feels a little bit better than before. And one more. Okay. Now, this one we've done before as well. We're going to come back to this position, see where it works best for you to see. Now I want you to feel this in your lats here and in your shoulders. Your shoulders should get a stretch. We're going to move to the side in a minute. So at the moment it looks like this. And now we're going to move hands to the one side, and then we're reaching. Now you're going to feel it in one side on the lat even more. So I'm feeling it more on this shoulder and at the back here of the lat. Pushing down, and then we'll go the other side. Pushing down as far as you can, trying to get that head in under your shoulder almost. So you can see I'm moving as well. I'm not just staying with these ones. I'm trying to like be a little bit dynamic. Sort of like a halfway static stretch to dynamic stretch. Alright, from this one now, we're gonna go the pigeon stretch, I think it's called in yoga and whatever. Now 1 foot forward. And come into this position. Now, you try to get that leg in a 90-degree angle, okay? So see my leg? I'm trying to be as much, and then I'm going to bend and keep moving into it as much as I can. I'm going to have a look at you now for this one. Oh, it's hard to see. Can you aim your cameras down a little bit, everyone? Just so I can see where that leg and the point, foot's pointing. And we'll do that again. So Jody, try and move that foot forward a little bit if you can. I know it's hard. Hopefully as we move through these weeks, we get a little bit more. Sarah, I want to move that foot forward a little bit as well. So I'll show you again here, see if you can see my leg. I'm trying to get almost my foot in line with my nose, right? So it's not back where my belly button is, it's up in line with my nose here. And then I'm moving forward, moving into it. And you know, I'm cheating here because I'm demoing you with my good side. This is my stretchy side. But now I'm gonna swap sides as I move. We're gonna move, now you're leaning towards the foot, so a little bit more to that side where the foot is. We keep moving in and out of it. Try and get out in the sun so you can see me. And then towards that side, other side again. All right, and now you should be starting to get a little bit lower and lower to the floor when we come into it. All right, let's swap sides. This is my bad side. You're gonna see me a little bit stiffer, but I'm still I try to hold my hand on my foot here so that it stays in position and doesn't move back. So Sarah there, I can see if you can move your foot forward towards the camera, if you can, that's it. And then now we lean down towards the knee first. I think I did the other way on the other leg, but here. Leaning down with repetitions, not holding it. And now leaning straight forward, up and down. Don't go too hard because you're not that warm, guys, so we don't go too hard with it. But I want you to at least feel the stretch, but I don't want you to push it too hard. And then Now moving towards that foot, and this is where I'm struggling on this side. Pushing towards the foot. All right, good. On your backs now. Familiar with this one as well. We're twisting, legs over. I don't have names for all of these yet. I'll work on that. Both shoulders on the floor, on the ground. That's it, loosen up. Now, stay on one side there and hold it for a little bit. Grab that hand on the top knee and try to pull that down whilst the opposite shoulder still stays on the ground. And other side, static now, pull it down. As if you're struggling to get your knees down to the floor here, you can take a deep breath, hold it, and then breathe out, and then trying to push it down further. Nice. All right. Turning around again. Now we're going to get into almost the same position as the big lunge here. 1 foot forward. Now, actually, we're gonna, to make this a better stretch, we're gonna sit almost, get the knee in line with it, and then lean on towards that foot. So we want to try and mobilize the ankle here, on your foot. So the heel should stay on the ground, on the floor, and then we'll just try and move forward. I want you to try and aim, the knee should come in front of your toes, okay, as much as possible. All right, we'll go the other side. Put your weight on it. Now you know how some people will say when, I don't know if you know, but I'll tell you now. People say you shouldn't squat where your knees go in front of your toes, right? But that's been debunked. But you might have heard that before. You might have even heard it at Big 5 years ago. I don't know if you've been there for a few years, and then we learn new things, and then obviously it's not dangerous because you can't live your life without, you can't walk upstairs really without that knee coming in front of your toes. You look at the Olympic lifters, that's position that my leg is in there. That's them with both legs, right? When they're in the bottom position of a catch of a snatch or a clean. All right. Now, let's get the calf stretch and we'll come back to it. So here, 1 foot on top of the other calf, and then try and move that a little bit. Nice and easy, try to loosen up the calf and the ankle. I'm just pumping that up and down a little bit. I like the feeling of moving rather than just static stretching. It's more important to be mobile and stretchy or flexy in positions when you're actually moving. It's very rare that we're going to sit down, you know, or hold the position for long. So really when we're moving, when we're doing squats in the session, and get the other side, that's really your mobility. So that's what we always constantly say, keep, you know, try and push a lower and lower squat. Alright, pump that. My left calf is a lot stiffer. The other one, it's funny with the size on me. Alright, now come to that same position again. See if you get that knee forward a little bit more, and it should be going a little bit better in front of those toes here. Alright, so lean into it, and then we'll do the other side. Hopefully you also see a little bit of a difference that I do. And as you see, I'm moving it around, trying to sort of get all the angles on it. Alright. Oh, we're already. Well, I might have to extend these sessions a little bit longer. 25 minutes was meant to be. I wanted these to be something you can do quickly before you have your lunch or right after if you eat early. All right, stand up. We'll get the back extensions again. Do 10 of these. Hopefully you get a little bit further. You should really try and get outside for these when the weather's like this. So good. And the kids are inside, so it's like double. Like they've whinged all morning, so I'll get some time. All right, guys, let's get down because I don't want to take longer than the 25 minutes. Let's get down and see your squat now. See if it's made a difference. Where you can sit, coming down, hands forward. Now, if you have a counterbalance weight, I've got something I prepared here with the weight. Now you can hold that in front of you, and it's going to be a little bit easier to keep that balance, right? Anyway, it doesn't have to be a dumbbell. But if you have a backpack with something, oh yeah, good, Tara. Chest up, Tara, if you can. So move your chest, but yeah, that's it, perfect. Sarah, really good. Sarah, can you push down a little bit more? All right, Rob, beautiful work, guys. Joanne, I can't really see your hips, but Taryn, I just want your chest up. Chest up, chest up. Yeah, that's it, that's it. And Sal Sperling, if you can push down, you push down lower, right? Now, if you find this hard, all right, let's test. Oh, hi, Renee as well. Now, we're gonna get in. Okay, we'll take a little bit longer. Now, if you can hold on to something, even if you have a dumbbell, or if you haven't got a dumbbell, if you have a wall or something you can hold on to try and get into that, keep your balance. So we don't sit up here with chest forward. We want to sit down. So now I'm holding on to my trampoline, but you might have something else, or if it's a counterbalance weight. Good, Sally. That's it. Yes. Sal Sperling, can you move your camera down slightly just so I can see your hips? Yeah. All right, and come down into it. So now I want you to move closer to the chair. Move closer to the chair so you can push back a little bit more. And now I want you to point your toes more straight forward. All right? So you want to get, what we can do here, guys, sit into that squat position, get your elbows on your knees, and now start moving that around there. Sorry. Yeah. So heels on the floor or the ground, and you try to so you want to be trying to show it with one leg, but I want to be there, and I don't want to. So for me, I don't want my toes to point out there, because I want to be in a strong position in there, right? So I'll sit down, sit back into it, but now we can start opening up by using your elbows to push your knees out. It's good, guys. A lot of you looks to me like you're coming down a little bit further. So for Taryn and Sally Sperling, want to see that chest up. Good. Sit in that position for a little bit longer. We just want to try and work on, yeah, that's it, Sally. But now chest up, chest up. Try and use that chair. Use the chair to hold it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So we'll work. Good, Taryn. That's better now. You got a counterbalance there. Have you got the weight, Sally? We'll try it next time. If you can find something, even if it's your child. Yeah, something. So if you have a weight of any kind, you hold it in front of you and then you come down, and then you should be able to sit down in that position there, right? So now I'm feeling like I can sit in this position much easier. Next time, we're gonna try and see if we can sit in that position for 1 minute straight, okay? And to keep holding it down there, and then we're gonna work that up, all right? So really good, guys. Let me know how you feel, if you feel a bit looser. I thought I had more time. That took, like, it takes longer when you do it slowly and properly than I anticipated, but I'll get better with the flow of it, and hopefully we can see some improvements. Next time we work a little bit more on the upper body as well and upper back, so we get that. If you join in on Thursday, grab a big beach towel, or if you have a foam roller, and we're going to roll that up and work a little bit on that as well. Beach towel, big beach towel rolled up works well, but if you have a foam roller, even better. Okay?